Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Oh my gosh, guys, you are crushing this water challenge. I am just so encouraged by how many of you were showing up, sharing tips, encouraging each other, checking in, and actually hit your goal yesterday. If you didn't hit your goal yet, don't worry. Yesterday was just like official day one. So you can totally learn from yesterday, and today's a brand new day given to you. And I just want to encourage you, like these wins of hitting the goal of drinking your water every day is going to start to build that foundation. Like I shared on, I think it was Friday evening, I shared that if you're someone like me who in the past has ridden a roller coaster of dieting or weight loss and gaining, you've told yourself by your past that you will not succeed. So in order to help you succeed in the future, we need to build a success pattern of you winning. So you have that previous win pattern starting to build with yesterday, and we're going to build on it today. So this is a water focused challenge because for me, one of the most important and crucial steps in a healthy lifestyle is getting your water in. So this is a great starting point. In the files section, we do have meal plans to share with you. You can talk to the person who invited you or their coach. If you can't find who invited you, contact me. We'll help you match you with the person that you know, who you're friends with on Facebook, and we'll get you started. But I just wanted to encourage you because you're doing so great. And how awesome is the timing of this? I have to give a second little shout out to Courtney. I got home last night. We had a farewell dinner after work for one of my husband's family who's leaving. So he's leaving the country, so we had a farewell dinner. I got a little caught up, but I got the most coolest water bottle. It has a Bluetooth speaker in it. So I'm super excited, and I can't believe the timing of the water challenge and this gift. So thank you so much, Courtney. You show up and work so hard, so I appreciate you taking the time to thank me. But I also wanted to talk to you a little bit about food, since there were some questions and I did have some private conversations yesterday about food. So first, I want to say that I am not a nutritionist or a dietitian. I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV either, although I would probably love to. No. Well, fake surgery. Yeah, I would play one on TV. So I just want you to know I'm not a nutritionist or a dietitian, but this is my business. I am a health and fitness coach, and I come to you with information that I've learned on my journey, losing almost 100 pounds, as well as my team. We have nutritionists and dietitians. We also have a community that we can reach out to for specific needs. But I do want to encourage you that if you need to, speak to your doctor. And that also the information I'm sharing with you on hunger is from those different resources, as well as what I've learned and my personal experience, as well as the North American Sports Medicine, NASM, some of their information. So that's where I'm getting the information. I'm not creating it. Like I said, I don't want to say that I'm a doctor, but this is my business, and I take a lot of pride in learning and growing every month and every week. And I would love to give some of that value back to you so you can see some of the benefits in joining our community and what we can offer you. Obviously camaraderie, right? I mean, you guys have been cheering each other on and showing up for yourself more probably yesterday than before you had this camaraderie. So there are, according to NASM, there are 7 types of hunger. Physical hunger, nutritional hunger, emotional hunger, habit hunger, hormonal hunger, sense hunger, and environmental hunger. And so I'm only going to cover 3 of those this morning. I'll see if you guys have questions, feedback, if you want me to go over more in specifics, and we'll just kind of piece this out, see how it goes. But the first thing I want to talk about hunger-wise is the first thing I was told to do is to never ever say I'm starving. Because in reality, if we're in America, we're probably never actually starving. We can feel hungry or we can think we want to eat, but in reality, in this global economy, Americans are typically not actually starving. So one thing, a little trick with your mind, is you are what you say. So try to replace I'm starving with I'm grateful I have so much food at my access. I'm thankful that I feel satisfied from my meal. Like, try to catch yourself when you're going to one extreme so that you can kind of ring it in. And so that's just the first tip that I was given. And just being real with, you can feel different hungers. So I'm going to cover behavior hunger, emotional hunger, and physical hunger, because those are the three most common. And I'll start with physical hunger. So your physical hunger is true, actual hunger. You may have your stomach growling. It may be like turning and like you have that empty feeling. You may feel sluggish and tired. You may have, if you have to watch your sugar may be low. So you may have those physical signs. In this case, you waited too long to eat. And so yes, you are truly hungry and you should eat. So just be mindful of when that happens so that you can feed yourself something healthy before you get to that epitome of I need something now, and you're more likely to fall to a bad choice. That's one also benefit of like prepping and packing and having snacks on hand so that you can actually grab for something healthy when you feel this hunger, because that's true, real hunger. The other thing in physical hunger is it is okay to feel hungry sometimes. Now, not to let yourself get to that point that you're eating anything and everything, but it is okay to feel hungry. So I want you to think, these have two questions for you. So think, when is the last time that you ate because you were actually hungry? And the reverse, when is the last time that you ate that you were completely full, that you were stuffed? And how did those two things feel? Like, when you take the food and look at it as I'm ready to eat, I'm hungry, and after you kind of, maybe you pigged out, maybe you just had way too much food, like when's the last time you ate to feel full, and how did that feel? Like, did you like that? Did you feel gross or guilty? Like what are those emotions? So that you can kind of remind yourself of those when you're getting to that point. When you start reaching for seconds and you know that second is going to have that heavy, guilty, gutty feeling, don't go for seconds. Grab a glass of water, right? So the next thing, and I'm going to skip and give you 4. So that's the physical hunger. The next type of the next type is nutritional hunger. And this is really important. Something we're going to cover, later on is your baseline nutrition. And so nutritional hunger is if you're just picking and eating all day long. You're just constantly consuming and eating. And what my suspicion is those things you're picking and eating are probably processed foods. They're probably one type of food, like carby snacks or little bars, or like you're just eating a whole bunch of processed something, and it's not actually satisfying your nutrition. So your body is going to keep telling you you're hungry because it's not getting what it needs. So one of the biggest life-changing things I've done for myself 16 months ago was I start my day with my meal nutrition shake. It's all my vitamins for the day, and it's not a weight loss shake, it's not a protein shake. My alarm's going off, so it cut me off. But I start with my base nutritions for my vitamins for the day, and then that way I have everything I need for the day. So as I start eating, I'm not having that picky eat everything I want to eat all day long, or that's not satisfying me. So we want to start with the baseline nutrition. We'll talk about the vitamin shake later this week. But so for example, your body's super smart. It knows it needs a vitamin and a mineral, but it doesn't know how to tell you it needs carrots, it needs maca, it needs, like, it doesn't know how to tell you what it needs. All it knows is I need a mineral. A mineral is salt. Salt's a mineral. Chips, I need chips. So you don't really crave chips. You're not really wanting chips. What you really want is minerals, but your body doesn't know how to tell you you're mineral deficient other than saying, I need chips, because it knows salt's a mineral. So then you eat chips, and like a cup of chips dissolves into like a teaspoon worth of something, and it just dissolves away, and it's nothingness, and it's just empty, gross, calories that are not going to help you, and then you're already looking for something else because you didn't satisfy your baseline nutrition. So nutritional hunger, we have to look at what types of food you're eating. Like I said, we have a diverse meal plan if you're ready to start that journey, or you can talk to me or talk to your coach in this group to help you pick what will help you. The next one is really huge for me, and it's actually the next two. Emotional eating and behavioral eating are really, really big for me. So emotional hunger is that hunger when you're feeling stressed, when you're feeling bored, when you're happy and celebrating, when you're sad, when you need comfort, when you're like, our culture, our society is so connected that you have to feed everything. You feed sadness, you feed celebrations of birthdays, and it's always the bad foods for some reason. I've not had a celebration yet that was, this was a great win, let's have a huge watermelon. Like I've never had that. Maybe I should start that. But the emotional eating is another one that you have to catch. And I did a video in our private accountability group about binge eating and some ways to help you deal with that. But the catching yourself in that emotional moment before you just grab for the food and breathe. Okay, just give yourself a minute. The food's still going to be there. And ask yourself, what are you asking this food to do for you? Are you trying to fill up because you want to feel like you're getting a hug from the inside? You want that full feeling because you want to feel hugged. You want to feel close. Are you sad? Are you stressed and just trying to go, go, go? Like, identify what it is that you're asking the food to do for you, and maybe you can do a different task. So if you're feeling sad or lonely, instead of asking the food to be your friend, call or text a friend. You now have like 50 other BFFs in this group. Make a post. Hey, I need to chat. Hey, what's everybody doing? Text your coach, text your friend, text your sister, text somebody and start a conversation instead of reaching for the food. If you're celebrating or if you're at an event, make it about the conversations and the people and the success, whatever it was that you're celebrating, instead of about the food. So try to replace it with something that actually will meet that emotional need. I want to be very careful with the binge eating and with emotional hunger, because there are some things that we can't fix on our own, that you can reach out, but sometimes you have to uncover and deal with something yourself. And I don't think there's any shame ever in having counseling or therapy to work through something that will help you overcome a self-sabotage, right? So read a book. Put on some music and dance. Find something to celebrate. Celebrate by dancing. Who has to, eat a huge cake? Text your friend, call your friend, take a nap, take a shower. I've even heard doing the dishes helps you through these moments, because taking a bunch of dirty dishes and cleaning them and then having them clean, it makes you feel productive, like you achieve something. So like doing dishes is actually helpful for you. And take a shower, a bath, or some other sort of self-care. So just kind of redirect, because emotional hunger is not the nutritional or actual physical hunger that you have to feed. So you don't have to feed the emotional hunger. So grab a big glass of water, grab a warm tea, hold on to it, text a friend, call a friend, walk with a friend, dance party, find something else. I'd love you to share your tips if you have any. And then lastly, behavioral food is the last one I'm going to talk about this morning. And behavioral food is like that habit hunger. Maybe you set a time and you must eat 9, noon, 2, 4. I must eat at those times. So even sometimes if you're not necessarily hungry, like you didn't expend the energy to actually eat again today, just because it's that time, you have to eat. And that can be okay. We have time nutrition in some of our programs, and time nutrition does have a purpose and work, unless it's something like you're seriously forcing food that's not nutritious. It's also like who has to get soda and popcorn at the movies. That's a habit food. You probably aren't even really hungry when you go to the movies. You probably don't even really need it other than you just always have to have it. You know, if you're sitting and watching TV or watching a movie at home and you want to have some chips or some soda, something to reach for, those are habit hungers. And so the good thing about habits is you can replace them with good habits. So they're totally not something that have to be fed, and you can replace them. Keep your hands busy. I know some knitters and some crocheters and hookers who I think crocheting's the hooking one, that they keep their hands busy by crocheting or knitting while they're watching TV. That's a great thing to do. Holding on. I was sharing the other night when I was trying to push through cravings. I was like, I'm having a hot tea and I'm going to hold on tight. Like, keep your hands occupied. Drink a huge glass of water. Play a game with your children or your significant other. Anything to divert and keep your hands busy, to keep that food out of your mouth, right? Because a habit hunger is not something you necessarily have to feed. So I hope that this was helpful for you. I hope that you're enjoying our group. We're day 2. I know you guys are going to crush your water today. And I just am excited to see how this week takes off. Please don't hold back from questions. You can note them below. You can private message them if you don't want to post them in here. But the more you ask, the more you engage, the more you will get out of this group. And Monday's done, so here we go. Who is going to get all their water today? Let me see. Let's make it a great one.